This podcast may contain adult material. Mature audiences only, please.
Hey, welcome back to Me and Mrs. Always Right. I am your host that talks in a grunting language, me.
And I'm Mrs. Always Right.
And we're coming to you from... I thought you were going to say something. You were I'm going to say something. We're coming to you from that little trailer park in Zavala, Texas.
Ooh, say it again.
Zavala.
Ooh, say it again.
You're
That's
retarded.
what I was going to say. Yes.
I was waiting.
I know. It was quite a build-up for really nothing, but, you know.
It was.
It's fine, though. It's
Is
fine. Yes, of course.
We're recording a day early so that I can make sure I get the video.
Get your content that you want.
Well, that, and if the video fails, we have tomorrow morning to make up for it.
Oh, okay.
So
it doesn't matter. I mean, video has to go out and audio.
I would like it to be good, yes.
Okay.
So
you would like it to be good. I mean, audio has to be good.
Perfect. Yes.
So
it has to be excellent. Excelente.
Excelente.
All right. So I don't know if you're if you're listening, go, and even if you don't watch the whole YouTube video, if I get one up,
right? He'll get one up because he'll do it 50 fucking times till he gets video.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he'll take a blue pill and it'll come right up.
Oh no,
no.
Sorry.
If you go to the video and check, she decorated. Yay! Those are from our Patreon.
Fucking hilarious,
fucking
man.
hilarious.
Right?
That picture,
hilarious.
She lost her shit on that picture several times.
But
that was
just
from our
taking it. It was so funny.
That was from our trip to New Mexico.
And when we were looking for aliens.
Yeah, looking for aliens. So.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's another thing I've noticed and I really got to work on.
What?
The so's and the rights. Oh, I'm horrible.
I know. I'm really bad too.
You're fine.
No,
I have
not
crutch
really.
words.
I do too. I do it a lot.
But that's easier to. It's easier for me to edit that out and
Is
make
it?
you sound. Yeah, I think you sound really good in the podcast because I'm such a great editor.
I mean,
you see what I'm saying?
I see
the
what
words
you're saying.
that are coming out. Do you see the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Yes. I like your picture too. Looks like I'm grilling with some friends, some folk, some local folk,
some aliens. And that place was cool.
Local
it
folk.
had all the little what's the word? Props, stages, photo opportunities with the aliens.
Yeah, there was a lot. Oh,
that place was the greatest place in Roswell.
Oh my God, it was worth every $3 that we got
because
paid
we went to the
get
Roswell
in
Museum,
or whatever,
right? And it was cool. I mean, you never been. The McDonald's was cool.
Yes. Hey, all the street lights look like alien heads too, which was really cool. I mean,
that's the name of my next band.
Alien Head?
Yeah, Alien Head. Or my next porno. One of the two.
Isn't there one already out? Alien Head? No.
Alien Ant Farm.
I thought that was Adam Ant.
No, that's a movie?
Well, it's also a group.
Adam Ant.
Nah,
never heard of them.
I bet you have. You just don't realize you have. So
this week was very entertaining for me this week.
Entertaining for you?
For me.
Why?
Because I've learned you have another personality.
No. The neighbor.
No, you do.
Just made up a name for me.
So I come home. What was that? Tuesday. That was Tuesday. So I come home Tuesday, and if you don't know, they're tearing up our street.
Oh
they're digging it up. I think they're going to repave it. They're tearing up our yard, which
we're
kind of
supposed
looks
to be
like ass
getting
anyway.
a sidewalk, and they're supposed
which we don't need.
No, I don't understand.
Down our street?
Exactly. Nobody walks down our street, and it's not even like the mailman has to drive like near the curb or walk down, because all our mailboxes on this road basically are on the houses.
Right. They're old school, like on the by the front door.
Yes, they're not at the curb.
If we can change that so he'll quit walking through my yard.
I mean, we could, but what's the point?
The trail in my yard he makes every time, you can tell.
Everything is fucking dead out there because I would
eventually like to have a nice yard.
We're gonna have a nice yard. You know what? I can show you when we first moved in, we had a nice yard. We had a nice yard up front. We had a nice yard out back.
We don't know how to take care of anything.
No, this shit, one thing or another, gas lines, water lines, now sidewalk.
It has been going on for
2
a couple
years.
Of years. Yeah.
Yes. And I mean, what's the point in doing anything if they're just going to pile concrete or dirt or whatever in our yard and we're not able to do anything?
No, I see.
I mean, the gas line, that mountain of dirt was in our yard for almost a fucking year.
Yep.
So what's the point? But we did have a nice yard. And the backyard.
Did we?
I mean, yeah, we did. I'll show you pictures. We did. We actually.
I mean, I
really
was
did.
here. I gotta.
Okay.
I'm just making sure it's still recording.
Okay.
Since we're new to this. Anyway, the story I was saying.
Oh yeah, sorry,
Miss ADHD.
Yes.
How you know how we are.
Yes.
Was I come home Tuesday and I'm checking on the construction. I'm seeing what they're doing, and our neighbor was outside. She's had some really tragic things happen to her. In all honesty,
plus she's old and dementia.
Christmas, her spouse decided enough was enough.
Yes,
and he took the permanent divorce.
Yes,
and there's a little part of me now that understands why. And I hate to say that.
I know.
I do hate to say that, but I almost understand why. But she was out on her porch.
Mm-hmm.
I just got a beer. I just walked outside, and she's like, my tennis ball fell off my walker.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, I'm pretending like I can't hear over all the construction. I'm like, what? And I see she's holding something up. I didn't know it was a tennis ball. And she's like, can you come put this on? And I'm like, I can walk over there. I can put it on. I can do the right thing. What you have to avoid with her is once you get over
conversation is what you have to avoid with her.
That, and this woman calls the police and the fire department just to come do her chores.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So she'll call and she'll complain about she stubbed her toe or she's got a sticker or she needs a Band-Aid. And then once they get here to check on her, can you feed my dogs, put up my clothes, empty my washer, rake my yard,
Oh, yeah.
And that happened with us.
Bed. Oh.
And that happened with us when she first got back. And she's been in and out of healthcare.
Yes.
Assisted living is the term I'm looking for. She's been in and out of assisted living and she won't stay. She checks herself out and there's no way by law, I guess they can keep her in there.
There is not.
So I walk over there to put this tennis ball back on her walker.
How mighty neighborly of you.
I don't want her to suffer.
Okay.
And if she needs help, I'm going to go help her. What I'm trying to do is avoid the chores, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I get over there and I put it on and she starts talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
Are you busy? I'm I start grunting like what was Billy Bob Thornton's character in Sling Blade? What was his name?
Sling Blade.
No. Hank or Henry or
no.
Dale? No. Dale's off of someone else. Well, anyway.
You're thinking of
Hank
Hill is.
So I start my answers. I'm grunting them. So I'm just trying to get it out of there. I'm like, I'm busy. And I shove this tennis ball on and I'll walk away. Well, apparently I didn't do a good enough job. And it fell back off.
His name was Carl.
Thank you.
Carl.
Thank you.
It's my friend, Carl.
I didn't do a good enough job. So I went over there to complete the job and to make sure it was thoroughly attached this time so I didn't have to go back over there.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, it fell off. What's wrong with it? And I'm like, it ain't got no gas in it.
You did not say that.
I wanted to.
Okay. I was just going to say, oh my God,
But
please.
during the second trip, she's asking me about you.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like,
I think she's got you confused with the neighbor on the other side, though. Even though she's seen you come from our house.
She asked how Courtney was. And I'm like, I'm just trying to get out of there. I'm like, Courtney's fine. She's fine. Nothing wrong with her. Courtney's great.
Courtney's great. You call her anytime she is available.
I started feeling bad because I didn't stick up for you. Right? I'm like,
we're good.
Well, see, I didn't know. Right? And I'm like, Courtney's not her name. Her name is June. It's not Courtney.
Threw me under the bus.
I did.
Because
and she's like,
she has not contacted me since she's been home to come do, 2 hours of chores a day.
Oh, yeah?
Because apparently, I guess she can't remember my name.
She's got it now.
Thanks a lot.
I
appreciate that.
Because she did ask for your number, and I gave that to her, your email address, what time you're home, what your bathroom schedule is.
Okay.
I mean, so she knows right when to call you.
Nice. I'm glad you did that. Really glad you did that.
you had called me for lunch that night. You work nights, and you typically call me for lunch. And I told you what happened, and ever since then, I've been calling you Courtney.
Oh yeah, every time.
Thanks, Courtney.
I'm hungry. What are you gonna feed me, Courtney? What are you eating, Courtney?
Courtney,
can you get me a beer, Courtney?
It's funny.
It's funny.
It's hilarious.
I know. It really is kind of funny.
The sad thing is we did all the laughing during the week, and we have none left for the podcast.
I know. That is really pretty.
Oh, it's getting
sad.
hot in here.
It's not that bad. I had to.
Naked. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at all 5 of our fans, and no.
Sure, there's someone out there that'd like to see your tits.
Yeah, probably a doctor.
Probably not.
Probably the mammogram people, you know?
Courtney, roll these motherfuckers back up. It's all right, Courtney.
The mammogram people probably like to see them. I'm just saying.
And then so last night, it's been so hot. I haven't been able to work on anything during the day. I'm not going out there in the sun. I'm not doing that.
Now you know why I don't do anything before I go to work.
You don't do anything, period.
Okay, I know you do it all. But by the time I get up in the mornings, let's just say at 10. That's not what time I got up today. It was freaking noon. It was almost the next day when I got up.
You did sleep late today.
I don't know why.
You work a lot.
I mean, I do. But anyway, typically get up at 10 o'clock in the morning. By that time, it's already here lately 95, 97 degrees.
Yes, ma'am.
And the sun is beating down, and there's no way I'm going to get out there and rake. And I actually did rake a part of the yard the other night after I got home from work.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
when I was out at the races,
in the
right?
morning.
That's when I was out at the races?
No. This past week, because I put the lawn cart out Thursday. So I had to do it.
So
it was probably
came
Monday.
Home. You typically get home a little after midnight, and you rake the yard?
Yeah, over there by the tree, by the porch, and then part of the fenced-off yard.
Yes.
Yes, I raked all that, got the yard cart full so I could put it out Thursday.
Whew, woman.
I know. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm out there raking. And I'm like, you know what? I don't care what it looks like because my yard cart's full, so I know I did something.
I bet the neighbors think we sell meth.
You know what? I mean,
Courtney, the meth dealer.
They're asleep when I get home for the most part, so they never see me doing stuff like that.
And so you were doing that?
Yes.
And you didn't catch the guy stealing the guy's catalytic converter down the street?
Well, that was, I don't know, a couple of days later. And I was out that night till like 1:30.
Wow.
Because normally I do not go to bed until 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning anyway. You know, because I feel I have to wind down
I get it.
a little bit.
I used to work second shift.
You know.
The devil shift.
So.
I hated second shift.
I hate this shift.
Yeah, but the neighbor, 2 houses down across the street,
yes,
has had a run of bad luck.
Oh my God, I know.
Outside of the newborn baby, which some may or may not consider bad luck. I don't know where you're coming from on that. But they just had a baby.
Yes.
Well, like 2 days after that, he had his window broke out.
Yeah.
And they stole all the shit.
This is a work van that he drives.
Not a murder van, a work van.
Right. I mean, work van, murder van. I mean, they could be the same thing, right?
It depends on your line of work.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. See, so it's fine.
See,
it's fine. See, seesaw. See.
And then what? So earlier this week, they just came right through and cut his catalytic converter off.
Yeah. I don't know if they cut it off or anyway, they got it. They did get it. Okay,
Are you going to believe the neighbor who says they're doing them with cordless screwdrivers? Are you serious?
I don't even know.
You're smarter than that, baby.
I know. Okay, speaking of smart, okay, I was having a conversation. I'm glad we're doing this right now because I was having a conversation with a older gentleman at my work.
You laying him?
Yeah. We always talk when we're getting ready to leave for the evening because we're all standing by the clock so we can clock out, you know. And so we got like 3 or 4 or 5 minutes or whatever.
So you still time?
No. They tell us
you should not leave your workstation until your work shift is over.
Okay, whatever. You're not my boss.
Ooh.
You're not the boss of me. You're not my daddy. You can't tell me what to do. So we're standing there and we're talking as usual. And he said something about his cane. He uses a cane every day, right?
Okay.
And so he was talking about retiring, and I'm like, well, you know, if you retire, you can whittle you a new cane. He looked at me like I had 3 heads.
Really? Didn't know what whittling was?
Yes, he did not. And I was like, I'm so going to have to say that to you to see if you know what it is.
I know what whittling is.
Okay. Well, he had no idea. And the funny thing is, he's from the backwoods of Arkansas, and he didn't know what whittling was.
Because his cousin usually does the whittling for him.
No, he said probably 10 out of 10 of his cousins wouldn't know what whittling is.
I don't believe that.
And I'm like...
So he's an older gentleman.
He's
from the backwoods of Arkansas.
And didn't know what whittling is. Yes. I was like, are you just messing with me? And he's like, no, I swear I thought you were making up words.
So would he call it carving?
Well, I told him, I said, it's kind of like carving, just doing it a little bit at a time on a stick or something like that. And I looked it up to prove to him, like I do with you, that I'm not making up words. It's actually words. So
no, you're winning on that one.
We had another gentleman walk up just right after that conversation, and he's an older gentleman as well, and I said something about whittling, and he's like, oh yeah, I used to do it all, and I'm like, see, I'm not making up shit. Of course, all the youngsters
used to whittle all night down on the bayou.
Of course, all the youngsters that I work with, they don't have a fucking clue.
Where I grew up, of course they don't. Where I grew up, we didn't have creeks.
You had bayous.
Everything was a bayou.
Bayou.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a creek and a bayou?
Just a word.
Just what part of the country you're from? Maybe.
I guess so. Yeah. So, and all the bars were ice houses.
Well, I mean, I think at one time they basically all were ice houses everywhere.
Because when my mom and my stepdad would fight, which was like tragic. I'm going to the ice house. Or you been out at that ice house. And this is her exact voice. You been out at that ice house. Yeah.
You know why they were called ice houses,
well,
right?
Because they probably went there for ice and beer. I don't fucking know.
Well, way back in the day, people didn't have...
Are we trout lining this?
Trot
line. I don't give a fuck. And I know I'm not right. I know I'm not right.
And you know what? You're not the only one, because another gentleman that I work with, we were talking about trot line, and he's like, huh, you mean trout line? I'm like, huh, you're like my husband, and no, I'm fucking right. And he's like, damn, bitch. I'm like, move it along. That's how I talk to that guy.
Yeah,
it's like,
is it?
Move the fuck along. Ain't nobody like you anyway. Get out of here.
Ain't got no gas.
Ain't got no gas.
Just start grunting at him every time you're.
You know.
Oh,
but
fuck.
so you are not the only one that thought trout line. And to me, I'm going to tell you, it
sounded legit.
It sounds like it may. I've never seen a fish called a trot. Ever.
So what do they do? Trot out there to set the line?
Maybe
how do
that's
you
why I
trot in a boat?
Trot. Well, because I think probably when they started, they actually started closer to the bank, and so they would hook it up to a tree right there at the bank line.
So why isn't it a tree line?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe the word was already taken. I agree with you. Trout line sounds like it would work better.
I hate the fact that you're winning at all the word arguments. I hate that.
I think it's funny that I know all these words that nobody knows. Whittling?
Who don't know whittle? Where do you find these people?
Apparently around toilets. I'm just saying. He did not know whittle. And he's saying
apparently he's never had to make his own toys.
I know. He's a good 10 years older than I am.
I expect you want them chains knocked off.
Only if you can whittle me another pair.
He was whittling in that movie.
He was,
yeah,
yes.
That was the epitome of whittling.
You're just, you get a stick and you're just shaving it down and cutting it down and making it whatever. So the second older gentleman that I was talking about that knew the word whittle, right?
Yes.
He said, I wasn't very good at whittling. He said, but I had cousins that could make like little bears and dogs. They would whittle. And I was like,
that's
wow.
carving.
But you start off whittling.
So when does whittling...
I think
when does whittling transition to carving?
I think maybe it's on the spectrum.
No, how about I think it's when it's what piece of material you start. If you're like with a stump, You're not whittling a stump.
That's
right?
carving.
You're
yes.
carving.
Yes. So if it's very big, it would be a carving.
Carving.
But if it's little, you start off with a little stick and you start whittling.
Well, how do you
it's
whittle
a whittle.
bear?
Well, I don't know, but
stick?
he did. He said his cousins would do bears and dogs and stuff like that. You know, I was like, wow. First of all, I was never that good at whittling. I mean, I could just take parts of the stick off.
That's all it was.
That's all I could do. But I was whittling, okay?
You were
and I was
whittling.
having fun doing it.
Oh my God! I'm surprised you didn't lose a finger. So you're already missing half your pinky toe.
You know what? I'm surprised I didn't lose a finger, toe, arm, leg. It's crazy.
I know, Courtney. That
I was
crazy.
a rough kid.
You're still rough.
Yeah. Yeah. Looks ain't everything, honey.
Oh, no?
Stop it. Yes.
Being able to turn the stove on, that makes up for a whole lot.
Does it?
Yes.
Oh. Or the grill. I turned the grill on today.
Man, what was up with that asparagus? It wasn't stiff today.
I don't know.
I mean, I hate to complain on you because I do think you're a fantastic cook.
I probably know what the difference is because that actually came out of the freezer.
Did you whittle that?
I whittled it out of dead grass.
Did you?
Yes. But I feel that, excuse me.
Okay.
In the freezer, it has a lot more moisture around it. I just put it in the foil, put it on the grill. So I believe it was probably a lot more moisture in there.
Because
when I
that
cooked
asparagus today, and look, you're the one who made me love asparagus.
You didn't like that?
That asparagus today is the whole reason I never wanted to try asparagus in the first place.
I got you.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
How soggy
Yes.
and limp and
yeah. Sorry.
and so I hate you do so much for me.
I do.
I'm
glad you admitted it. Thank you very much. I
hate
take
complaining on you, but I ate it all.
You did. And I think that's because you like asparagus. I
did not like that asparagus.
Okay. You know what? First of all, you would not have hurt my feelings had you not eaten it. Okay.
I know.
If you don't like something,
but out of
don't
respect,
eat it.
Out of respect.
No.
And to make up for the 20 years I've been alive. I'm only 20.
25.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to go with at least 25.
I mean, I was probably
29.
a little disrespectful growing up.
I just can't see that.
So I know you put a lot of effort into cooking dinner today.
I do. I did.
And I ate it so that you would understand my appreciation.
Well, I appreciate that. You didn't have to.
But I did.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thank
Gummy
you.
points. Gummy bears.
Gummy bears.
Gold stars. Whatever we're rewarding each other with these days.
Oh, okay. Probably more food. I bought you a cookie.
Antidepressants.
Oh, can I have some?
Yeah, you don't buy cookies, you buy cakes. Those are cakes.
They are cookies. Cakes are moist. Speaking of cakes.
Yes. Don't you say it because we don't have the fireball out here.
You understand we have 1 month and 1 week.
Got it. I got to go to Denver.
That's in August, right?
End of August.
But that's okay because you're going the weekend that I already have plans anyway. Or you're going that week and then I have plans that weekend. And I won't be home, so it's fine. It doesn't matter.
But a Patreon member sent a comment on our Facebook page.
Yes.
That she wants
every
to see
time
the wedding
hear. No, I thought it was every time.
It's us.
It's us.
Then what's the point? We can sit here and say that word all day long.
Exactly.
There's no
consequence.
No, it's no consequences for us. It's for us.
Oh, it's for us. Well, it doesn't matter whether we have anything to drink or not. I'm going to say it. Wedding cake.
God,
wedding
stop.
cake. The first weekend in September, and I'm looking forward to it.
Everybody knows.
Well, and you know what? I'm probably going to say it next week too.
Why?
Because I'm excited about it.
If I make you a shot of Fireball, you'll take it and then say it?
No, not right now. Not right now.
Next week.
Maybe. We'll see.
Drinking game on the podcast just to see who makes it to the end.
Okay. First of all, I could take one shot and be done. So you have to figure out something for you taking shots.
There's that Reposado tequila in there. I can take that all day long and not even budge. Or we're going to Weatherford today. I could pick up moonshine. I could do that.
Ooh.
And you could drink the moonshine too.
What kind of moonshine?
Peach. Cody's fine flavored moonshine.
There you go. See,
well, look at you trying to work in an advertisement.
I tried. I
Your
tried.
ad here.
Your ad right across here by this wonderful picture.
Oh yeah, we could sell that advertisement space, couldn't we? Nobody watches us anyway, so we'd
it's
be
fine.
advertising.
We just started.
Nothing.
We just started on the whole video.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
It's fine. Do you think that we've gotten more listeners because of the video?
Nope.
No?
No. I don't think anybody listens to us.
Well, I know 3-4 people do.
4, if you count 2 of us.
Well, that's probably 6.
Oh.
So, I mean, at least, okay, I'm going to go out on a limb and say 10. We have 10 listeners.
Woohoo, 10.
Double digits, buddy.
I know, we're getting there.
Yeah, we are.
But we're not funny anymore.
You're not funny anymore.
Well, I know, because you won't let me talk.
I have gotten boisterous. Yes, that's a word. Don't look at me like that.
Not judging you, Earl.
Okay, well, I thought maybe you were. I mean, I can show you the good boob, but whatever.
Would you?
Yeah.
And the truth is, you have a good boob.
I do.
You
I do. I think that they made that character on Earl.
My name is Earl.
After me.
Did you? Do you?
I do.
Because you do. You actually do have a good boob.
Actually, both my boobs are good.
One of them's happier than the other ones.
We can say that, but both my boobs are good.
You're the only person.
And you're going to tell everybody.
That's the whole point of listening.
But what if they're watching?
Show them your boob. her areola. What's the bumps called? I have no idea.
I don't know.
The little bumps around the nipple of her areola.
You want me to look it up?
No.
I could care less.
Make a smiley face. It's the cutest nipple I've ever seen in my life. I swear to God. But why only the right one? I don't get it.
Maybe I'm just half-ass happy.
Yeah, maybe.
Can't be happy all the time.
It's the laugh now, cry later tits.
There you go.
One's happy, one's sad.
Yes. It's like, I don't know, the arts thing, happy and sad thing.
Didn't I just say that?
Yeah.
Laugh now, cry later. Is
that what it is?
That's the name
I didn't know.
of that art, the 2 masks.
Oh, okay.
Laugh now, cry later.
It makes sense.
Does it?
I like it.
Like a trot line?
Like a trot line.
Like a trout line? In an ice house? In whittling?
Whittling. Yeah, whittling.
Oh.
Whittling.
So you just gave me the 3 fingers.
Read between the lines, baby. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
We got to come up. We need to be funnier, I think.
Sometimes it just rolls that way. Sometimes it doesn't.
Because I thought I could drag out the whole neighbor story for like half an hour. And then man, I heard.
I think because we talk about so much all the time.
I listened to a little bit of talk radio. Mm-hmm. And then you'll hear these hosts go into like the first time they hosted. They're like, oh, it's going to be great. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to host. And they get into a 3-hour show and 5 minutes in, they run out of things to say. And they're like, please call, because you're like trying to you're trying to fill time and you're trying to do good radio, in this case, a good podcast, good voice methods, try not to use your crutch words. This is hard
I have
work.
Lots of crutch words.
This is actually hard work to try to keep going. And we
it
do
really
this
is.
week in and week out, week out. I don't think we haven't taken a weekend off in a year and a half.
Maybe once.
Did we?
I want to say we took 1 week off.
Because we go and do whatever we have to do and then haul ass home and do the show.
Yeah.
We
dirty,
have
stinky,
we have a weekend in November coming up that I think we need to show prep 2 shows so I can just put one out.
it would be fine, and then you can just set it up to automatically do it or whatever.
But I just want to keep putting out good product, and maybe we should start actually planning a show.
It's no fun if we plan, because then it's not really us. I mean, how far can you plan? How much can you plan?
Just topics. And when I say topics for whatever,
it's not questions.
It's not questions. That's right. Because you have a shit ton. You have a shit ton. Show me your notebook. You have a shit ton of questions there.
Did I put it in this one?
Oh, I don't know.
No.
You know what? That was a bad idea.
I didn't.
And you have actually 4 notebooks over there.
Yes, you are correct. I do.
And when I ask you for topics, you do questions.
Well, because questions lead to answers about you, answers about me, things that happen to you, things that happen to me.
Well, maybe we should start discussing.
I like your shirt. You should have wore it last week when we talked about the eyeglass appointments.
This is one of my old street racing shirts.
Well, no, I know what it is. I'm saying.
I'm explaining to somebody else. It says, just remember, I will throat punch you right here. says, just remember, if we get caught, you're deaf and I don't speak English.
Yes.
It's from the Mexico Racing League.
Mexico, yes.
Which is street racing.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to be a street racer.
Yes.
Back in the day.
Way back
when I was
in
young.
the day.
When I was young. I don't do stuff like that. I haven't street raced in 30 years, babe.
30 minutes anyway.
I don't lie either.
Not at all.
Are we up to our time limit?
Yes.
Are we?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we appreciate you getting through this one with us. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please email us at meandmrsalwaysright@gmail.com. All complaints go to Courtney, the intern.
You can also find us on Facebook or Instagram and TubeTube at Me and Mrs. Always Right. And what else?
Are you
is
not
there?
making TikTok videos?
Oh, okay. So now I have someone I work with that wants us to do the tortilla thing, and they were like, "It's going to be fucking hilarious." I don't know.
I'm looking for any reason to slap you in the face with a tortilla.
I know, but you know me and the way I laugh anyway. There's no way I can even put water in my mouth, not laugh, and spit it all over you anyway. I'm just saying, no, I don't think so.
Let's do it.
But
we can do it tomorrow.
So we did have someone that wants us to do that.
Okay.
So we will eventually do that on TikTok. TikTok, whatever, boob talk. Anyway, so yes, I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to take a lot to be able to get me.
I think that'll be perfect.
You think so?
Yes.
We'll do it. We'll have to put several tries on there because I'm going to guarantee you it's going to take several tries and I'm going to be spitting water everywhere.
And you can also support this dumpster fire of a podcast.
Sorry. I just happened to think. I don't know.
Patreon/Me and Mrs. Always Right, where you get pre and post show content right along with unedited episodes. And what was that face about?
I'm just saying. I just happened to think about it when we were talking and you were like, and. No, and then.
Oh my God, this show's a dumpster fire. I swear to God.
No, it's not.
It is. It's horrible.
No.
Now I got to go do genius fucking style editing to make it sound good.
You can do it. I have faith in you.
If you listen and you made it this far, tell a friend. We're horrible, but we got good episodes in the past.
Yeah. Hey,
and now she won't shut up.
At least we still talk to each other. That's the thing. At least we still talk to each other.
All right. You ready to go get dressed to go to the bar?
Yes.
I got to go see a friend.
Okay.
About antidepressants.
Okay.
All right.
I
love you.
I love you too, honey.
You have a great rest of your weekend.
Absolutely.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye.